Hello everyone, the Above Waters Project was at it again. On February 2nd and February 3rd, we attended the Denver University Law School for their symposium based on reinvestment in justice. We talked about mass incarceration. We talked about changes that needed to be made. We sat at the table on February 3rd to discuss our insight as to how we can reinvest in the justice system in the state of Colorado. Hopefully you're enjoying all of the pictures you're seeing and you're listening to some of the snippets from this exciting event. Thank you from the Above Waters Project. What I'm hearing is how do we all work together collaboratively in trying to have a solution here. And I think that it's me knowing what CCJRC does, what's the standards of Ms. Jess Jones, what's going on in the school district. We have to all be interconnected. And in the work that I do and the hats that I wear, I am able to do that. So I'm already thinking the answer, and that's just being interconnected, because I do a lot with the NAACP, which stands firm on education. I also do health. I also do mass incarceration, so that falls with CCJRC. But having those connections like that, it is important for us as activists to have that mindset, because when it's like cross-training. It's like cross-training. And cross-training and multitasking at the same time is a talent that we can't even share in the community on how to do this. We need the community. We need the people. We need everybody that's impacted by it. We even need, I have to say this, we even need the police officers involved. We need the judges. We need them at the table. We need to be having a bigger conversation than just what's in this room and across this state, specifically for Colorado. So that would be my answer to that question. We have to be cross-talking. I mean, we all should be cross-trained, and that's how we are able, and network with each other. Seriously, if I can't figure it out, if I know CCJRC is doing this, I'm gonna call Christine Donner or send an email, she's gotten a few from us, to say, hey, what do you think on this? Or we spoke with Ms. Jones on issues. That's what's important, and that's what, and I think they will do that with us if it's something coming across. So as long as we're all connected together and in mass numbers, we can actually redesign. You gotta understand too, that this system is not broken. The first part of the lecture on yesterday, this system is not broken. We have to understand that it is actually designed the way it's supposed to work, and it's housing the people that it actually was targeting. And I go all the way back to 1619. They just figured out a different way to do it. So and I know I went somewhere else with that, but to go back, and I thought I needed to bring that point up instead of saying we need to fix the system. I'm so sick of that. I'm saying we need to actually design one that actually produces the people that you guys are going to actually be standing up next to defend. And so that's kind of, like I said, I may have went off somewhere else, but I just believe that that was important to say, that this system is working the way it's supposed to, and if we keep that in mind, and together we come collective to actually design it in the way that is actually successful for everybody. I mean,
something that the Reverend just said, because I do think that the biggest part of collaboration is recognizing that I don't have all the answers. And that's really tricky for lawyers to admit. But I think that's the first step to working together. You have to recognize you need someone else on your team. And so having that willingness to ask for help is a huge first step. And looking around and saying, who are other people doing this, and who can I ask for help? That's how collaboration happens. But you have to ask the question, and to ask the question, you first have to recognize you don't have all the answers. And I think that's a barrier that we typically, especially lawyers, find. We know what we're about, we're going to the courtroom, we have our plan and our goal, we take it, we do it, let's go to battle. And if you don't recognize that that may not be the only solution or the full solution, then you're not going to start asking for help from others because you think you have all the answers already. So I think that's when you were mentioning that, asking for help of other people, I think that is the biggest way to get collaboration going.
Right? So now we have to be thinking a lot smarter about how we do it, because some of the stuff that we do doesn't actually work. It sucks the life out of like everybody. And you're not moving anything forward because there's this tension in our field, right? If you want to call it social change a field, however, whatever tool you bring to the table in that is this action plan, right? Action plan. It's like breathing, inhale, exhale, right? If you don't have a plan, then you're generally ready, fire. It is no joke, right? That is not something that there's always a model for. It's got to be kind of fluid. Relationships change. People come and go. Like, it's not organization to organization. Like, it's not CCJRC and AWP that have a relationship. It's me and Tammy that have a relationship. Me and Rico. Like, it's us.
But Mr. Munn, I'm actually a teacher in Denver Public Schools, and I'm wondering how you feel with Aurora Public Schools about the restorative justice programs. Do you guys have RJ coordinators throughout your schools, and how you feel they're doing and preventing kids from entering the criminal justice system? And also,
what I will quickly tell you, for those of you who don't know, restorative justice is a program in schools, in particular, that instead of the traditional discipline process, we engage students in a process of where they connect with those that they have harmed throughout with their behavior as a way of trying to restore the community of that school and move to a different outcome. And I will largely say it's been very successful for us. It really requires an investment of the adults to really buy into that concept, because as we've talked about, we as a society are very conditioned to punishment. This kid did something, so something has to happen to them. And if we don't see something happening to them, then the entire fabric of the community falls apart. And so to change that mindset to where it's more beneficial to the student and to the entire community to restore that relationship is not an
What greater expression of faith in the American experiment than this? What greater form of patriotism is than the belief that America is not yet finished? That we are strong enough to be self-critical? That each successive generation can look upon our imperfections and decide that it is in our power to remake this nation to more closely align with our highest ideals.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The Above Waters Project has done it again. We have collaborated with Rico Munn CCJRC, as well as Jessica Jones and the rest of the DU Law students. We are excited to have been on this panel, and we feel that we have accomplished the goal. What about reinvestment into justice? Stay tuned for the AboveWatersProject.org page for more detail, and a special thanks again to Catherine and the DU Law School. Take care.